Active Investor here, bringing you another independent analysis, this time on NetE Incorporated. NetE Inc. is a global payment as a service technology provider with an integrated mobile and transactional services platform. Company focused primarily on the United States, however, it recently expanded its ventures into Russia. Now let's take a look at our chart. I'd like to mention right off the bat that there's a big earnings play coming up on NetE next week. I recommend you guys keep an eye out for that. That is going to be a huge play. Now, I did jump the gun a little bit. I'm going to go back to March 22nd where I made a post on StockTwits. That post, I'm going to quote it word for word. Looks like our call from yesterday was spot on. Ran 20% today. Excellent work, all. The original post was a post I made on NetE on the 21st, and that was saying this is a one-day chart. We have a parabolic buy signal plus a strong uptrend and good support at 29 cents, and there should be room to run. So it turns out that run did happen, and it did happen a 20% run the next day. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I wasn't expecting it to run 20% the next day after I made that post. My sentiments were getting more bullish on NetE, but I wasn't expecting a 20% run the next day. Now, why that has me a little bit nervous is because if we look here, I'm going to make a few lines on the chart. If we look here, the price was floating around, right around 20 cents, 22 cents, right in the middle there. And you guys can't see it because I don't have the data, but before that it was also floating around that 20-22 cent mark for quite a while. We had it spike up a bit. It kind of dipped a little bit more, but then we had a huge run up here, little dip, and then it kind of uptrended a bit, spiked up big time, came back down, and it kind of bounced off right around here. The reason why that has me worried is because the earnings play next week. NetE does have a history of running big time on earnings. I'm not talking about 10, 20, 30%, which is still great, but I'm talking about 100% or more. And the reason why that has me a little nervous is because this run-up seems to have happened a little bit early. A lot of people are anticipating NetE to spike up a lot on earnings, and I don't think it's going to spike up as much this time because it looks like some of that increase is already baked in. I mean, we went from 22 cents to 45 cents. That's a little bit more than double the price in a little over a trading week. So I do think that even if NetE does run up on earnings, which I'm fairly certain it shall, just based on our historical data, I'm skeptical that it'll be the same magnitude as it has been, since it does seem like that increase is baked in a little bit already. That's just something to watch out for, guys. That's my personal opinion. I'm still going to be looking for a play on NetE for its earnings next week. I'm just maybe going to look for an earlier exit than I would have last earnings report, because like I said, I'm going to repeat myself again, I do think that this spike up has baked into the price already a little bit. So just something to watch out for. Now, I'm still overall bullish on NetE. Let's take a look at this uptrend. Very powerful, very, very powerful uptrend from that low. You can see it was pretty good support on this trend line. It kind of bounced off. We also have a lot of pivot points, a lot of support. We have support around 36 cents, 38 cents, 42 cents, and then we have resistance at 46 cents. So if we can push up, we got to break 42 cents again. I'm sure we'll run to 46 cents, and if we can break 46 cents and turn that into support, we should be pretty well off, and we should see the price push up towards about 70 cents or so at the least on earnings. That's my guess. We will get to about 70% at least on the earnings spike. Now, let's see here. A few more things to look at. Let's take a look at our parabolic SAR indicators. Outlining those, the most recent ones. So you can see our downtrends weren't too significant, really. They didn't budge the price all that much, especially over here. We had two downtrends. The price did peak around this 44 cent area, and it fell back. It crashed through my 42 cent pivot point, kind of bounced off the 37 cent area pivot point, and it did break the 38 cent area pivot point, ran up, kind of got the night around here, and it just kind of channeled a bit in between these two pivot points, and we're stuck in the cloud now. However, if you take a look, we do have the Kijun above the Tenkin, which is a bearish sign, but the Tenkin is about to cross over the Kijun there. The blue line is about to cross over the orange line. That's going to be a bullish signal. And if the price per share gets above this cloud before that cross happens, it's going to be even more bullish. So what I'm saying is if the price per share gets above the cloud and then that blue line crosses the orange line, we're going to see a run up, almost guaranteed. And then going back to the SAR, this downtrend's just about over, you can tell. And we should see an uptrend starting soon. The only thing that has me a little worried is the RSI. RSI is already overbought. So I do think we might retrace down a little bit, maybe back to this 38-cent area. But if we do, I'm pretty certain we should bounce off of it, especially if the price does drop to this 38-cent area and our RSI goes oversold. I'm going to be very, very bullish on this. Let's take a look at our last oversold area. We were right around 37 cents. I think it's fair to say that was about where that is. So if we drop down to 38 cents, and if the price does go to oversold there, that is going to be a nice increase. And I'm always looking for that that increase on RSI oversold points. That's one of my favorite indicators, and we're getting set up for a very nice oversold point right as I'm speaking. So I'm very curious to see how this will open up on Monday. Just to reiterate, there's a big earnings play coming up next week, guys. Keep an eye out for NETE Element. I'm looking to exit around 70 cents if everything goes as planned. I don't have any shares yet, but I am going to look for an entry next week, and I will be looking for that earnings play. That's about all I can tell you guys today. Keep an eye on it. We are in a downtrend right now, but I'm thinking it's going to break. I'm thinking we'll start a nice uptrend very soon. And just to reiterate, I don't think that the price will spike up quite as much as the last few ERs, because I do think that spike is already baked into the price a little bit. So I'll be very surprised if we see as significant of an increase as we did on the last 2 ERs, but I will be looking for a similar play. So I hope you guys found this analysis useful. I'm going to be heading out now. I'm going to be watching NETE Element next week, and I hope we all make some good money. Take care.